So, what is up, everyone? Welcome to an episode of Am I Meta Remastered, or pretty much an Am I Meta video on Mr. Tommy. White Ninja, since he did get nerfed, obviously it's that time to actually do a video and start talking about him. So, White Ranger Tommy, he got nerfed, but it was more of a balanced nerf than this complete breakfast, really. I mean, sure, he has his middle slots, but at least they calmed down the two. That two was actually really what was giving him that edge when it came to using most of his moves. But, you know, the fact that they, dimmed down, like, the little things on the character when it came to the breaker and strike, obviously, yeah, I mean, it's going to be more of a challenge for you, and you got to always challenge your brain and your smarts when playing characters. So we go for the breaker here. Nice. I mean, this is just causing pushing, but usually when it comes to even like a middle slot span, usually most of the middle slots are either doing pushings or just doing special ultimate animations at the end of the day. So that's why, Tommy's still Tommy. It's just, he just plays very different. He could still put in some work, so if you still have your level 7 white Tommies, don't worry. He's still good. You just have to, know how to micromanage your EP, which is what I'm pretty much doing most of these matches. I'm just micromanaging. I'm just getting my stuff up, and then I'm doing things like I just keep it going. Like, that's how you have to play the character now. Yes, he's not too much one-sided anymore. He's a little bit more balanced and more tolerable to actually fight now. In the meta, he did release, so don't feel bad if you didn't get him. It's just gonna feel like one of those talent tree characters. I mean, listen, we all knew this was going to be coming no matter what. Obviously, it was going to get nerfed. It's just, the nerfs don't come for like 6 months, so you're kind of waiting half a year for a character that's kind of terrorizing the ladder for a good year. And just hoping like some of the new characters were able to topple it. Obviously, not a lot were able to topple it, but now that Blaze is out, yes, he could topple it, but Tommy got nerfed, so now Blaze is the new hitman these days. Just like little things, really. But honestly, I mean, to me, Tommy just, feels more balanced. He's still a middle hoe, but he's not such a bad middle hoe. Not as bad anymore. It's a little bit more tolerable for his work. I try to cancel it. I don't know why that happened. But now it's like, if I lose to Ninja Tommy, I'm like, it is what it is. He actually got a proper little balance change, and I'm okay with that. It's all good. I got nothing to fear, really. The only thing, just a little bit, is definitely those kunais can be a little threatening. You want to try to get those out the best you can in a certain combo mix, because if you don't get it off in a certain combo mix, you're kind of stuck with a dead move that can be easily blocked. So you got to be careful of it. So you got to try to find a way to confuse your opponent the best you can, really. Well, thanks for wasting time so I can get some energy back. But bam, bam, and GG's. Yeah, Tommy is he's just him now, I mean, if they released him like this, I feel like he still would have been a good character. If this was the first release, I'm like, oh, you know what? Kind of all this is a little bit balanced. It's all like functioning, with the 3s and the 4s. Yeah, that's a little bit more of a balanced breakfast for me, really. So obviously, Dragon Armor Trini is Dragon Armor Trini at the end of the day. That's another good character. I mean, the battle between these two, like I said, which pretty much makes my tier list, is, I just kind of go by the flow of how these characters can always function in a matchup against each other, why those are the top people fighting each other, so on and so forth, really. So there's like little things you always gotta be on the lookout for. Trini apparently has a big body that can dodge Tommy's dash, apparently. It's kind of funny, really. No block on that one. Yikes. Yeah, nope. See, there's like little things with Tommy. For some reason, I'm actually getting lag dashing out of him for some reason. For some reason, when I try to dash a little forward, I'm getting like a lag. When he tries to go forward a little bit, it's kind of weird. So I try to stop that. Nope. Bam. I jumped in the air. I thought he actually got me. So Tommy still has his oof. Those oof kicks. So we get a little bit of a shuriken damage on there. Bam, get some more damage in. See, he's not really bad. Just, again, requires a little bit more thinking method on to pull some things out of the hat there. Don't know why my shield didn't come out that match. That was kind of sad. With Tommy and all of his functionalities, there's always a will and a way to win with a character. Whether it be nerfed or buff, there's always a way to utilize the character's tools if they have been, you know, distorted, destruction. There's just like a lot of things you could do. I mean, this is why I say, oh, Tommy got nerfed, but I'm like, you know what? It's a very balanced nerf where I'm like, you know what? Now he just fights like most of the epic characters that released this year. He's just like one of those characters. Like, it's not annoying, and you can actually just, you know, play the character like he's a little fun here. Ninja Tommy will always be Ninja Tommy middle, but at least it's a nerf middle where it's not too much trouble. I mean, every time with those pop-ups, he did kind of get a little bit more off his strikes, so Enway took that away, where his 2 strikes have to combo out for each other, and that's very understandable. You know, you always gotta look at the good and the good with the bad. You always gotta look at it, like, how did they really try to balance him out? They just took away mostly what made him a character. You see how I'm wasting that move? Because I had no choice. I have to waste that move so I can get my other good moves back, because that move is now a dead move if I don't have a combo off it. That's the issue with it. And I don't have a move that can combo off it unless I'm using Scorpina assist or Tommy assist, which will be showing you Tommy assist after this, you know. Again, see, damage is damage at the end of the day as well. So there's still, you know, a lot to Ninja Tommy. Not as busted anymore. That's the only positive thing I can say. Not as busted. Just a nice little balanced breakfast. Pretty much how Scorpina is still used, you know, as long as you know how to micromanage your EP, you can always win with the character. That's how it usually goes. You just gotta be careful when it comes to just playing the character in general. You just get off the most combos you can, maximize the damage, try to make sure you can get back to it. We all know Tommy was always a middle slot warrior, so you gotta find ways to get to your middle slot very casually, very efficiently. You just want to keep it moving. You always want to keep the train moving on that move. That's like the whole bread and butter of the character in general. You always gotta be careful of those things. Oy, no flip of the kick. Oof. So we gotta see if Tommy can actually just make a comeback from that HP difference now. Now that's 40,000 to 16,000. This is where we gotta show you guys what you gotta do. Alright, since we got him up and we got the shuriken move, that actually will function as something proper. So we just caught up on damage, as you can tell. See, Tommy's still pretty good at the end of the day. He gets one good super combo off. The damage is very astounding, really. So I use the strike. If I used my breaker, I would have had a better time. Keep in mind, again, this is Tommy. We got to be careful of Tommy and how he functions, and we got to get those little strikes in when we can. Nice block. Kind of upset that I didn't get the right move for that response time. I dodged that, surprisingly. I don't know why I wasted my strike for that. That was actually a huge mistake. Bam. So again, Tommy doing Tommy things. If he committed, he actually would have killed me. Thank God he was waiting just to get a little bit more energy. It's like I've been saying, you know, I don't give a character the benefit of the doubt until I at least, you know, get my hands on them one last time to really kind of make a diagnosis here. And that's what I kind of like to do at these, you know, parts of the woods, honestly. In reality, that's just how it is. Analyzing what's really ladder heavy is what this job is all about, really, and that's what we do here pretty much at this channel every day. So what we try to utilize the best to our abilities. Lone Warrior is like easy for Tommy right now, so this is like new meta versus apparently now an old meta, but I still put him on my meta list for a lot of reasons, because he's still Tommy at the end of the day, who can still put in some work at the end of, with the right setups. No character is bad unless you play them fully. There's always a trick. Trick or treat. Alright, we're getting our ass beat. Yep. Full HP still. Let's see what Tommy can do here. You waiting isn't going to save you. And obviously, like I said, there's a little thing on the dash thing. Like, it gives you like a little bit of input frame on that. A little slow frame. So we stopped the strike, and now that I'm in distance, like, that's a little bit of what you have to do now to kind of pull off the breaker and strike at the same time. It's a little bit more on the, you have to do this into that to kind of profit. It's like one of those things. So he uses a shield, try to get those off, couldn't get them off, then he uses that. So now I'm in a pickle here because, again, Ninja Tommy's utilizations. V2 got me good. Again, close match. Let's see what happens. Yep. But because Blaze can't capitalize too much on damage, we were able to get out of that. The backdash, didn't want to dash too forward. And then we got to utilize that Tommy stuff where he gets a little bit closer than the average bear. Then we kind of wait it out, see what he does. We block. He thought I was just going to use a strike instantly, and that was definitely not the case. I'll thank your opponents. There's just a lot of things to Tommy now these days. It's just about playing smart. If you play smart, you won't lose. If you don't play smart, you're gonna lose a lot. What do you want? That's on you. You're not learning your character. You gotta know his ins and outs. You gotta actually know what you want to do. Don't stick to basic things. Try to play a mix-up for yourself. Figure things out. That's not what it means to play a game. Honestly, that's what it means. So we're fighting Guile. You know how Guile goes. One cost of one of those strikes is like ridiculous. And I just want to say one thing that was like ridiculous, actually, the way this freaking functioned. Like, seriously, like for some reason there was like legit enough time apparently to do another bullet revolver, and I'm just like, wow. You know what, V2? Off. Stop trying to make Guile relevant, V2. Seriously, cut it out. So again, we're trying to get those little attacks in. Again, trying to find my way to use kunai jutsu, but I did the stupid thing thinking, let me do this instead of trying to waste my kunai jutsu, because if I only wasted my kunai jutsu, I wouldn't be in this mess, you know? But he tried to hit me with the shield, and that bought me some time. Yeah, I really should have done the ninja strike. So again, another one part of these videos is learning a lesson, not what to do, what Wolf does in those situations. You gotta profit as much as you can. Bam, he had a lot of shields, by the way. So now I just capitalize with breakers, and that can just end the game. What the hell? So that's pretty much Ninja White Tommy balanced, part of this complete breakfast. Just really, it's not that hard, guys. Just play the character just the way it is. If you can learn it. If you invested in this character, don't give up on the investment. This character can still function. That's the thing. If the character's still functioning, it means you didn't lose too much out of your investments. It's called now you have to learn when buying something. You get it? Alright, peace out.